Hi, or as we say in Greece, Hierete. My name is Gloria Ikonomidis and I am 15 years old. I live on the small island of Karpathos, Greece. Karpathos is one of the southernmost Greek islands, just a 5-hour ferry ride from the popular island of Rhodes. Karpathos is divided into 12 horios, or villages, with the main hub being the ferry port of Pigadia. I live in Pigadia with my family, which includes my younger brother Sophocles and my youngest sister Sophia. We were raised in the mountainous village of Menetes, where my yaya also lived with us, but we have since moved down to Pigadia where there is a lot more action. Stores, restaurants, and coffee shops make up the main part of town, and our school, as well as our English school, is just a few steps away. While it gets really hot in the summers, and air conditioning is a commodity, we spend a lot of time enjoying the beautiful beaches that our island has to offer. Now that you know a little bit about where I live in Greece, I would like to share some facts about our educational system. The first schools in Greece were formed in 1834. Due to a lack of infrastructure during those early developmental years, schools reflected the contemporary ideas prevailing in Western Europe. School in Karpathos runs from September to mid-June for students of all ages. I am currently in secondary school, or gymnasio, as we call it here. My brother Sophocles and my sister Sophia are in primary school. Secondary school consists of two parts: gymnasio, which is like the United States version of middle school for children up to 15 years old, and lyceon, which is either an academically orientated high school or vocational training. Next year, I will transition to a new school in the village of Arcasa, where I will focus on preparing for my future career as a lawyer. The language at all levels, primary school, low secondary school, and upper secondary school, is Demotic Greek, also referred to as Dimotiki. All schools are coeducational, and students attend for a total of 175 days a year. We have 12 weeks of summer holidays, 2 weeks for Christmas, and 2 weeks for Easter and spring. Greek Easter is a huge holiday for us, but that's a whole other story. Let's continue about the Greek school system. School-age children like Sophocles and Sophia go to English school 2 times a week. While this is completely separate from our regular school, it's not a far walk. Sophia and Sophocles go together, and I go on other nights, usually from 6 to 9 p.m. No need to worry here. This doesn't affect our dinner time. We eat our large family afternoon meal when we come home from school around 3 o'clock. Anyway, our English schoolwork is derived largely from workbooks where we focus on reading and writing exercises. We get a lot of verbal practice too, but I've learned the most from my Greek American mother and my cousins. When we are not in school or English school, my sister and I dance for the Carpathian dance studio called Show Me Dance 2 times a week. Our brother plays soccer, and when he gets a little older, he may be able to play for the team that represents our village. As if free time wasn't hard enough to come by, Sophocles and I have a private tutor that comes to our house to help us with math. The tutor is not one of our teachers from school, but a woman our dad hired. Our dad is one of the island's only attorneys, and he knows how important it is to do well in school, especially if I want to be a lawyer just like him. I even stay after school to study ancient Greek once a week. All of our hard work will prepare us for the cumulative exam we will take at the end of secondary school, which will test our knowledge of English, math, chemistry, ancient Greek, and physics. If I perform well and obtain certain scores on the exam, I will be able to qualify for one of the big universities, like University of Thessaloniki, Athens, or Crete. Education is highly valued and tremendously competitive in Greece. Students compete for positions in their classes, even at a young age. We get report cards, and our scores are scaled up to 20, very similar to the American 4.0. On Ochi Day, a major Greek holiday, school-aged children commemorate the holiday by parading and waving the Greek flag. The top student in each class is honored by leading the line and carrying the flag. This is quite a recognition for the student as well as their family. We sent pictures to our family in America of me carrying the flag. I was so proud. The Greek education system is under the supervision of the Ministry of National Education and Religious Affairs. These groups also supervise the private schools in Greece. Private schools are required to follow the same national curriculum and to use the same textbooks as the public schools. Interestingly enough, I have been told that only 6% of students in Greece attend private schools. But it is important to note that our Constitution forbids private university establishments. We have a very small percentage of cultural minorities in our school system, but our government does provide a budget to help educate minority children. Some of the nationalities that are represented in my school include students from Germany, the United States, Canada, and Australia. As fortunate as my brother, sister, and I have been in regards to our education, some students in Greece do face challenges in their education. Greece incorporated education for children with special needs in 1985 because the government wanted to promote equal education at all levels. The special education program in Greece was designed to respond to cater to integration and participation. Students with special education needs, aged 3.5 to 18, are mainstreamed with us in school. They are required to attend school at least between the ages of 6 and 15. Special education schools share buildings with mainstream schools. The special education schools partially integrate the curriculum with the mainstream school, but they totally integrate the social activities, which I think is pretty cool. Unlike what I have heard about some school districts in the U.S., especially in Washington, D.C., special education counselors promote the integration of special education students in Greece by providing instruction and support programs for teachers in the mainstream schools. Although less than 1% of students in Greece attend special education schools, there are about 200 special needs schools in Greece. Education for special education students can also be provided as part of other schools in hospitals, rehabilitation centers, adult training facilities, at-home care, via teleeducation, and in other centers. While our American counterparts joke that we live a leisurely life, we still have to be at school from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Competitive education and after-school activities keep us busy, but not so busy that we forget to squeeze in our afternoon nap. After we eat our afternoon meal, Karpathos literally shuts down from about 3 to 6 p.m. When we wake up and go back on the town, we tend to our evening commitments and fill in the rest of the time with family and friends. During this time, and being that Karpathos is a small island, we regularly run into our teachers outside of school. Speaking of our teachers, my friends and I are really close to them. They are mostly young, Greek, educated females from other islands. We communicate with our teachers via the phone and Facebook. Sophia and I even spend one-on-one time with our best teachers outside of school. We are lucky in Greece. Our teachers really seem to care about us and enjoy getting to know different aspects of our life outside of the classroom. I often wonder what your schools in America look like. My mother went to Washington Lee High School, and she has told us so much about her hometown. She has even brought a little bit of your culture to our small island. Check us out at our Carnival parade. Even though we have never been to America ourselves, we just got our American citizenship and we are so ready for a vacation.